Let's get it going. How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. Peace and blessings to everybody. Hope everybody's having a great start to their weekend. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope everybody's ready for this week. It's going to be a packful week of self-drive, self-ambition, self-motivation, being your best self, trying to achieve your goals and any single thing that you can do. There's so many things that you can do in life. Sometimes you just got to go out there and put your best foot forward and take that risk, take that leap of faith, take that chance, not knowing what the outcome might be, but it might work in your favor. That's the beautiful thing about life is you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen 5 minutes from now. You don't even know what's going to happen next week or next month. Something great might happen. Something great might work in your favor. You clearly just never know. And you just got to walk through life with a pure intent, with a good heart, clean conscience, good peace of mind, and just have a good mindset. That's the best thing about life is having a good mindset. You don't want to go through life wondering, oh, am I good enough? Am I worthy? Am I going to be accepted? Am I going to be liked by everybody? That shouldn't be your main thing. That shouldn't be the one thing that kind of drives you and sparks you to be that light, that inspiration, that motivation for yourself and to others. I think what we always try to be is we try to be in competition with each other. Growing up throughout society, we were all taught that we have to compete with each other no matter what profession that we were in. I think that's the biggest lie and misconception that's probably been ever told. I think it's good that we kind of have a little friendly competition, but we're not in it to compete with each other. We're in it to help each other grow, help each other be better, help each other elevate, flourish, strive, thrive. That's the best kind of setting to be is when you're around people that push you to be better. Those are the best kind of people that you want to be around because those people bring out the better in you and they bring out things inside of you that you probably never even seen before. You always want to make sure that you bring your best A game, your best effort every single time that you can because you don't want to always wonder what I could have been, how I could have done this, how I could have done that. You want to just go out there and just do it anyway. Take that risk, take that chance, not knowing what the outcome might be, but it might work in your favor. That's the beautiful thing about life is you never know what's going to happen next. It's a gamble. You're rolling the dice. You don't know what's going to happen, but that risk, that chance, it might work in your favor. But if you don't do it, if you don't take the chance, you'll never know. And that's with anything you do in life. Anything you do in life, you're gonna have people talking about you. You're gonna have people coming down on you, trying to keep you suppressed in a box, not allow you to be creative, be yourself, express yourself the way that you want to. And those kind of people, you have to let them go because they don't have your best interest at heart. They don't want the best for you. They don't want to see you flourish because a lot of the times you have haters around you that come from the same city, state, and town that you come from, and most of them can't accept the fact that you come from the same place as them. A lot of times that's where most of your haters come from, is they come from the same place that you grew up from. And you have to understand that they're envious of the traction and momentum that you always tend to gain because they think that you have a one up over them. It's not about who has a one up. It's about who's putting in the work, who's getting credit for the work that they do, and who's just trying to be better, who's trying to improve, who's trying to be their best self. It's not about being in competition with each other no matter where you come from, same city, town, state, or in a different state, or all the way across the world. It doesn't matter. It's about how we can all come together, how we can all help each other grow, help each other flourish and be better. It doesn't matter what profession that we're in. There's always ways that we can be better with each other. But too many times, too often or not, we're trying to compete with each other. And that's not how it should be. But you have to remember there's going to be people that try to bring you down, that try to not let you be yourself, that don't accept you for the real you, that always claim that they're authentic, that they're for you, that they want to see you win. But in reality, anytime you gain success, they know where to say, I'm proud of you. They know where to say that you're doing great, that they see you making moves. They're just happy because they see you being stuck. And unfortunately, I'm going to say this, right? They like the fact that you're stuck. Anytime that you find yourself stuck, you find yourself lost, you kind of have to, stay in 50-50 range. They like that because now they have edge over you. They have leverage over you. You can't give people the benefit of the doubt that you're always going to be stuck. There's going to be days where you're going to be 100% at your best, 50% at your best, 75, and maybe even 25. But that's part of life. That's part of being a human being is we're not perfect. We're not perfectionists, but we're trying to be great at every single thing that we do every single day. It's not about being perfect. It's not about being this ideal best version of yourself to everybody else. It's about being the best for you. And once you be your best self, you're going to attract the right people, the right scenarios, the right environment. It's going to be contagious. Your energy should be contagious to those people. So you want to be around people that help you be your best self. And if a lot of people don't like you for you, that's their loss. Who are you to try to lose yourself, trying to prove yourself to these people that have nothing to do with you? A lot of the times you keep yourself in environments where people don't appreciate you, don't applaud you, don't help you be your best self because they can gain something from it. I'd rather be around people that support me with nothing to gain from it. Those are the best kind of people. I'm not going to be around people that only support me because they see what I can become. A lot of times, those people only want to be around you because they can gain from your either materialistic wealth that you accumulate, the knowledge that you possess, the authenticity that you give off, the good aura that you give off. You got to let those people go. You got to let them go. You got to cut the grass every once in a while. You got to keep yourself, you can't keep yourself suppressed in a box forever and feeling stagnant, complacent, and just not being who you're really supposed to be. I've had to cut people off that really serve no purpose to me. And why am I saying this? Is because a lot of times you tend to wonder why you're not progressing in life the way you should. It's because your circle. Sometimes it's the people that you're around. Sometimes it's the people that you don't even realize that are actually supposed to be there for you and actually you think have your best interest. They don't. A lot of the times you can't share information with a lot of people because a lot of times you're educating your enemy. And as crazy as that may sound, some may not think like that, but you always got to think big picture. You got to think other side. You got to think of the other way, other scenarios. You can't be thinking the same all the time and expect a different outcome. In a world where everything is the same, I'd rather be different. I'd rather do things differently. I'd rather get out of my comfort zone. I'd rather be my best self, project my aura, my energy, my vibrations onto others because a lot of times, believe it or not, in the things that you do, you inspire people that you don't even know about. Somebody's watching your every move. Somebody loves the things that you're doing. Just because someone or somebody doesn't appreciate what you do and how you do it, that doesn't mean that somebody else does it. It doesn't mean that. Just you gotta show up for you and show out for you every single day. You gotta put forth your best effort, not knowing what the outcome might be, but it might work in your favor. That's what we call blessings, prayers. Sometimes we pray and manifest things that we want, or in reality, when it comes in front of us, we don't know what to do with it. Why would you pray for those things then? You can't pray for things that you always wanted, but then you don't know what to do with it when it comes in front of you. You don't know what to do with it. You got to make sure that you continuously show up for you every single day that you can. Because there's going to be moments where you're not your best self. There's going to be moments where you're not always the best. And you're not trying to be the best. You're not trying to be the greatest person of all time, the greatest speaker of all time, have the greatest business of all time. Everybody's going to be great at whatever they do, no matter what profession they're in. You just got to be great for you. You have to be great for yourself. Because a lot of times it starts within self. A lot of times you overcome battles in your life that you never thought you'd get out of. And some of you are probably even guessing, how am I still standing after all of that? How did I endure so much pain, tolerance, experience, disrespect, and the fact that I'm still standing here? A lot of you are probably wondering that. But the fact that you are here, you hear that you showed up, you showed out, and you made an effort and attempt, that speaks a lot of volume about your character and speaks a lot of volume about you, the individual. A lot of times we don't look within self. We don't look within us to see that we might be the problem sometimes. We try to project our traumas, our fears, our problems, our situations and scenarios onto other people or situations that have nothing to do with it. And that's with anything you do in life. You always got to put forth your best effort. You always got to try, make an attempt, make an effort, take the stride, take the risk, take the chance. No matter what it is, you got to do it anyway. That's how the greats did it. And you are the next up. You are going to be the very next person that's next up. That's going to be great. That's going to follow in their footsteps. But pave your own way. Pave your own way. Don't try to compare yourself to other people. Everybody's life and goal is different. Everybody's different in their own unique way. That's why we are all built differently. The way I may do something may be different than somebody else does it, and that's okay. I run my own race. I run my own journey. I write the script to my story every single day, not somebody else. I'm not giving them my pen to write it for me. I'm doing it for me, not for them. This isn't their life. This is my life. And you got to take control of your life, your attitudes, your behaviors, your emotions, your motivations, your ambitions, and your aspirations. And you got to ask yourself, what am I going to do to make this happen? How am I going to do this? What am I going to do and get myself out there? Put myself around the right people. They say networking is the most underrated skill. And the reason why it's the most underrated skill is because you put yourself around strangers, complete strangers, that could change your life. Sometimes you think that the circle you have growing up is going to be the circle that makes you rich. Sometimes it's not always the case. Sometimes it's not always the case. Complete strangers that you never even met before will make the bigger impact on you than people you've known your whole life. I've always said that. Strangers leave a bigger impact on you than people you've known your whole life. And that speaks a lot to me. And I'm sure it speaks to a lot of you as well. You have to look at it from that perspective. You have to. You have to understand that somebody out there could change your life. But you got to put yourself in the right position to do so. You got to express yourself. Put yourself out there. Get yourself to be creative. Step out of your comfort zone. Be your very best self. Talk to the right people. But if you don't do it, you'll sit here wondering what could have been. You'll have that regret deep down inside of you and wondering, damn, why didn't I take that chance and risk when I could have took it? That's back to what I said in the beginning. Chance and risk. Two things that people are afraid to do. But you got to do it anyway. You got to do it anyway. You have to put yourself out there. You got to do what's best for you. Because a lot of times we take in the best interest for others before us. We don't look within us. We try to give others our best, but we're not even our best inside of us yet. Some of us have only scratched the surface of what we could actually become. And it's crazy when you think about that because a lot of us don't really know how great and unique we really are. But others see that. Other people see our worth. In reality, I'm going to say it like this. A lot of times they hope you don't see it. Sometimes they know your worth. They just hope you don't see it. It's crazy when you think like that because a lot of times it's back to what I mentioned. You think the people that are around you have your best interest at heart. They think they're really for you. When in reality, they don't like the fact that most of the people you have that are hating on you, that are envious of you, that don't like you for who you are, is they come from the same place as you. And they can't grasp that concept. They can't grasp the fact that you come from the same place as them. They don't like to see anybody from the same city, state, or town gaining edge over them, gaining momentum, gaining traction, or getting on the rise. They don't like that. They don't like that. So sometimes you got to distance yourself from people that are not really there for you anymore, that don't serve a purpose in your life anymore. Sometimes I had to push people out the door intentionally. It wasn't personal, but I had to do what's best for me. I had to be able to strive for myself. I had to be able to look out for Nick first, as you all should. There's nothing wrong with putting yourself first. It's not selfish. It's not selfish. But at the same time, I'm also a person that also claps for others while I'm gaining on myself. While I'm working on me, I'm also applauding and giving credit to others too. Because I'm not a selfish person. But I have to be selfish sometimes and actually step back from everything and say, you know what? I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not doing anything that I said I was supposed to do. We talk about how we want to do great things. We talk about how we're going to do this, we're going to do that, but we don't end up doing it. Why don't we do it? Because we set deadlines for ourselves. Or we shouldn't set deadlines at all. Setting deadlines is a recipe for failure. And I'm going to tell you why. Because a lot of times, I'm going to say for myself, for one instance, I set deadlines a lot of times in my life, and any times I didn't meet those deadlines, I got discouraged, I got overwhelmed, I overthought. And I started to get down on myself because I thought I wasn't where I was supposed to be. Setting deadlines is the worst thing you can do. It's the worst thing you can do. You think mental health is bad when you don't set deadlines? It gets worse when you do. Trust me. And I'm a very big advocate for mental health, 1,000%. But you got to make sure that if you're going to set deadlines, you be intentional about it. Instead of just saying you're always going to do it, just go do it anyway. You don't have to tell people you're going to go do it. You don't have to tell people your every move. Sometimes you got to just go make the move anyway. That's back to what I mentioned. Take the risk anyway. Take the chance anyway, not knowing what the outcome might be, but it might work in your favor. You don't really know. Until you take that step, you will never really know. You'll be sitting here wondering 30, 40 years, 50 years down the line in your life, wondering what could have been when you could have took the chance back there. You could have took the chance back there. That was on you. You have nobody to blame for that but you. Sometimes you have to look within self. Like I mentioned, look within self. Normalize your poor decision-making and bad behavior and understand that you might have been the problem sometimes. Instead of blaming others for that, you might be the problem sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with blaming yourself sometimes. That's how you grow. That's how you hold yourself accountable. That's how you discipline yourself to not blame others for your problems, for your failures. Everybody fails. Everybody has endured a loss, a painful loss at that. But that's what makes us human. We go through trials, tribulations, trial and error. We go through things in life that sometimes we ask the man above, or we even ask ourselves why we went through it in the first place. But maybe that's the journey you're meant to go on. Maybe that's the person you're meant to be. You can't question what's really meant for you. You can't question your life right now because the things that may not be making sense right now are setting you up to start making sense down the line. But you can't question that. Great things take time. Great things take commitment. discipline, ambition, drive. A lot of us go seeking for motivation and inspiration when we are our own motivation. We are our own inspiration deep down inside of us. That's our inspiration. That's our motivation. Not going to look for it. We create that motivation. We create that inspiration because we either have people doubt us, we doubted ourselves, we doubted our effort, our commitment, our acceptance, our accountability. We didn't take control of us. It starts with us. With everything we do, it starts with us. It's up to us to make it happen. We have the power deep down inside of us to dig deep and really find what makes us who we are. We have that passion, that drive, the ambition. But you got to dig deep and find what makes you you. Use that pain, use it as fuel. Prosper, grow, elevate, flourish to the person that you're designed to be. Do that. Take that leap of faith, not knowing what the outcome might be, but you did it anyway because you didn't care what people thought. You didn't care what they were saying behind closed doors. People are going to talk about you regardless, whether you're doing good or bad. So keep giving them something to talk about because if they're talking about you, you're doing something right. You're doing something right. I'd rather people talk about me for doing something and not stopping than talking about me and being complacent. That's just me. That's just me, but everybody's different. Everybody's different. And I want you to understand that you are enough, you are worthy, you are capable of doing great things in your life. But until I can see that, till I can preach to you about that, you have to see it within you. You have to see it within you. Stop trying to be a perfectionist. Stop trying to be a people pleaser. Stop trying to validate yourself to other people to see how great you are to them. You don't need to do that. You're losing yourself by doing that. You don't need to prove yourself to these people. For what? For what? You don't need to prove yourself to them. If they can't see that you're a blessing, let them miss out. Let them miss out on something amazing, spectacular, extraordinary, unique, powerful at that. Let them miss out. That's their loss. If they can't see that you're a blessing now, they're not going to see it later, and they never will. That's on them. You have to let them miss out. Don't chase, attract. When you don't chase, you attract the right people, situations, scenarios, environments, and manifest all the great that's coming to you. Go out and do it. Go out and take the chance, take the risk. Do what makes you happy, what you're passionate about. Do what you love. It's never work if you're happy doing it every single day. And do it with intent. Don't do it for others. Do it for you. You cannot please everybody in your life, and you have to be okay with that. Sometimes it's okay not to be okay. Sometimes it's okay not to be your best self. You're going to have days where you want to take a break from everything completely, and that's normal. Normalize that. But show up for you every single day. What happened yesterday is there for a reason. Today's a new day. 5 minutes ago, whatever happened, the next 5 minutes is a new chapter. Look at everything from a positive light and do things from the goodness of your heart. Be the reason that people believe in authenticity, good vibes, good spirits, good energies. And just remember, you don't have to be the smartest person in the room. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room. Be the one that listens rather than speaks all the time. That's something that I've learned along my journey. I don't have to be the one that speaks all the time. Because yet I could say the most powerful words in the room or the space or wherever I'm at, but I choose not to. Because somebody can enlighten me and give me more clarity and perspective than I could even give myself. And that's powerful. The power of listening is exceptional before speaking. I'd rather be the student than always be the teacher. Soak in everything. Take everything in. Take everything with a grain of salt and just be yourself. If someone doesn't like you for you now, they're not going to like you then. Be yourself in everything that you do. Don't put on an act just to get people to like you, to please yourself to them, because you're losing yourself and you're disrespecting yourself by doing that. Go out and make it happen. Tell yourself every single day, I am enough, I am worthy, I am going to do great things, I am capable of doing it, and I'm going to do it no matter what it takes. Stop saying I'm not enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not capable of doing great things. The power of your words is powerful. If you speak positively about yourself every single day, you build that habit. Great habits become in 30 days. Build a habit for yourself. Start speaking positively about yourself. And no matter what situation you're in, no matter how bad your life is going, start saying those things. Reiterate it to yourself every single day. Look in the mirror. That's your biggest enemy, supporter, critic, and friend, all in one. And just remember, you are great. You are worthy. You are enough. You are amazing. Don't let anybody tell you differently. You are exceptional. And keep being the beacon of light that we all need. We all need great, positive people in the world. There's a lack thereof. So be that person. Be that spontaneous person. Go out and make it happen. Walk out the door tomorrow and remember everything that was said today. Implement everything that was said today and use it in your own lives. Because I could sit here and talk forever, but until you implement that in your life, nothing I said will make sense. So remember this. Love yourself, be proud of yourself, give yourself some credit, grace, and comfort every once in a while. Accept the fact you can't please everybody. Accept the fact whatever happened yesterday, leave it behind. You can revisit the past, but you can't live there. So I love you all. I'm proud of you all. Follow me on social media on Instagram at OTMNick. All my videos are there. I post a lot of motivational content. My website's there. We're featuring a lot of great things. Got a lot of great things in store. I look forward to seeing you all in the future down the line. If anybody would love to connect, just hit me up on Instagram. I'm there. And I would love to collaborate with anybody, no matter what profession you're in. I'm there to collaborate, network, and build. Because networking is a very underrated skill. And remember, it can make you rich more than people that are around you your whole life. Networking is so underrated. So put yourself out there. So I love you all. Be great. And I'm proud of you if nobody told you lately, because you deserve to hear that. Have a great day, everybody.